Written by Maibam Nayan. Introduction. Imagine you're trying to hit a target with a bow and arrow. If your eyes are wandering, or if you're easily distracted by everything around you, hitting that target becomes almost impossible. The same is true in life. If you're focused, you can hit your goals. But without focus, even the smallest tasks can feel overwhelming. Let's say you're in the kitchen, cooking dinner for friends. You've decided to make a simple but delicious dish, spaghetti with homemade sauce. You've got the ingredients ready: fresh tomatoes, garlic, herbs, and pasta. As you start chopping the garlic, your phone buzzes. You glance at it quickly, just for a second, but then you notice a text message, and soon enough, you're replying. A notification pops up from your social media feed, and before you realize it, you're scrolling through videos. By the time you look up, the garlic is burning in the pan, and the meal isn't turning out the way you planned. The sauce doesn't taste right, and the pasta is overcooked. Your dinner, which could have been a hit, has fallen apart because you were distracted. Now, picture a different scenario. You put your phone away, turning off notifications, and focus solely on the task at hand. You chop the garlic with care, gently saute it until golden brown, and time everything perfectly. The sauce simmers just right, and when the pasta is finished, it's al dente, cooked to perfection. Your dinner comes together beautifully, and your friends are impressed with the flavors and the attention you've put into the meal. That's the difference focus makes. When you give your full attention to what you're doing, the results are far better. Whether you're cooking, working on a project, or chasing a dream, distractions can derail you. But when you focus, even the simplest tasks can lead to amazing outcomes. This audiobook is here to help you develop a laser-like focus so you can achieve success in whatever you're aiming for. It's not just about working hard, it's about staying focused. Let's dive in and discover the power of focus. Subscribe, like, and share to follow along, and let's get ready to sharpen your focus and start achieving more in your life. Chapter 1. Start with why. Ever wonder why some people seem to stay on track while others struggle? The difference is focus, and focus starts with knowing why you're doing what you're doing. When you have a clear reason for your goals, distractions start to fade away. This chapter will help you dig deep to find your why, making it easier to stay motivated. Remember, when you know your reason, it's easier to keep moving forward, even on tough days. Before we dive into techniques for sharpening your focus, it's important to understand why you want to be focused in the first place. Knowing your why is crucial because it gives you a solid reason to stick with your goals when the going gets tough. Think of athletes for a moment. They train for hours, pushing their bodies to the limit. Why do they do this? Because they have a clear goal in mind, whether it's winning a championship, breaking a personal record, or simply improving their skills. Their passion and determination stem from understanding their purpose, their why. This clarity helps them overcome obstacles and setbacks. Your why doesn't have to be grand or monumental, it just has to be meaningful to you. Perhaps it's the desire to improve your health, advance your career, or nurture your relationships. When you identify what truly drives you, it becomes easier to maintain focus and momentum, even when distractions and challenges arise. Consider the journey of J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Before her books became a global phenomenon, Rowling faced numerous rejections from publishers, over a dozen to be exact. At one point, she was a single mother living on welfare, struggling to make ends meet. Yet she persevered because her why, a deep love of storytelling and a desire to inspire children, kept her going. Each rejection was a stepping stone rather than a roadblock. Her unwavering focus on her passion ultimately led to the creation of one of the most beloved book series of all time, which has inspired millions around the world. Challenge: take 5 minutes right now to write down why you want to stay focused. Ask yourself, what are your specific goals? Why do these goals matter to you? What motivates you to achieve them? As you write, don't hold back. Let your thoughts flow freely. Reflect on how achieving these goals would impact your life. Would it bring you joy, fulfillment, or perhaps a sense of accomplishment? Consider how your goals align with your values and aspirations. For instance, if one of your goals is to advance in your career, think about how this would improve your quality of life or enable you to support your family better. Or if your goal is to maintain good health, reflect on how that would enhance your daily activities and relationships. By identifying your personal reasons, you'll create a powerful foundation for your focus journey. When distractions arise, revisiting your why will serve as a motivating force, helping you stay on track and committed to your goals. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to cut out the noise around you, allowing you to channel your energy into what truly matters. Remember, with a clear why, you're already one step closer to achieving your goals. Chapter 2. Cut out the noise. We live in a world full of distractions. Social media, texts, notifications. It's like trying to run a race while carrying a bunch of weights. This chapter shows you simple ways to cut out the noise and remove those distractions so that you can focus on what really matters. You'll learn easy strategies like setting phone boundaries, creating a quiet space to work, and managing your time wisely. So, you have tried to fix something around the house, like a leaky faucet or a broken chair, only to be interrupted by distractions? I remember the last time I attempted to repair my old bike. I set everything up in the garage, tools spread out, and the bike ready for fixing. But just as I was about to start, my neighbor came over to chat. Then my phone rang, and before I knew it, I was distracted and lost my focus on the task. To deal with this, I learned to set clear boundaries before starting a project. I'd let my neighbor know I was busy, turn my phone on silent, and even put on my headphones to signal that I needed some uninterrupted time. These small steps helped me create a distraction-free zone so I could concentrate on fixing what needed to be done. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. They can be as loud as a buzzing phone or as subtle as a wandering mind. Just like the fog that makes it hard to see the road ahead, distractions cloud our focus and make it difficult to reach our goals. This chapter is about learning to cut out that noise, allowing us to focus on what truly matters. A great example of focus comes from the ancient Indian epic, the Mahabharata. In this story, Arjuna, a skilled archer, is faced with a crucial moment during a battle. When he is asked to shoot a bird's eye, he doesn't see anything else around him. He only focuses on that one target. He even says, "I see only the eye of the bird." This intense focus helps him hit his mark perfectly. Just like Arjuna, we need to train ourselves to focus on our targets. The distractions around us, like social media, TV shows, or endless notifications, can pull our attention away from what we truly want to accomplish. If we want to succeed, we need to learn to filter out the noise and concentrate on our goals. Practical tip: one effective way to practice this is by setting up a 30-minute focus session. Choose a task you need to accomplish, whether it's working on a project, cleaning your space, or even reading a book. During this time, turn off your notifications, close any tabs you don't need, and find a quiet spot. You might feel restless at first, but just like any muscle, focus gets stronger with practice. Challenge. For the next 3 days, pick 1 hour during your day to put away distractions completely. During this time, focus on one important task. Notice how much more you can accomplish when you give it your full attention. You might be surprised at how productive you can be. Chapter 3. Build a focused routine. Think of focus like building a muscle. You have to work on it every day. This chapter will guide you through creating daily routines that make staying focused feel natural. From waking up with a purpose to ending your day with reflection, these simple routines will help you stay on course. When you follow a routine, staying focused becomes easier because your brain gets used to it. Imagine trying to fill a cup with water while your hands are shaking. If you're not steady, the water spills everywhere. Just like that, without a solid routine, distractions can cause our focus to scatter, wasting our time and energy. That's why creating a focused routine is essential for sharpening our concentration. Having a routine acts like a compass, guiding you through your day. When you set specific times for your tasks, your mind begins to recognize these periods as focus times. For instance, if you choose to meditate or reflect every morning at 7 a.m., your brain will learn to settle into focus during that time. This allows you to harness your mental energy effectively. Think about athletes preparing for a competition. They follow strict routines, from their training sessions to their eating habits. This structure helps them channel their focus and energy toward their goals. For example, Michael Phelps, the legendary swimmer, had a detailed training routine that included hours of swimming each day, strength training, and a strict diet. By committing to his routine, he was able to fine-tune his skills and stay mentally focused during competitions. In my own life, I used to wake up feeling lost, unsure of what to tackle first. Each day felt like a jumble of tasks, and I often ended up feeling overwhelmed. To change this, I decided to establish a morning routine. I started by waking up earlier and dedicating the first 30 minutes to mindfulness and planning. During this time, I would meditate to clear my mind, then write down my goals for the day. This practice gave me clarity and purpose, allowing me to tackle my tasks with focus. The role of mindfulness. Integrating mindfulness into your routine can significantly enhance your ability to focus. Mindfulness is simply the practice of being present in the moment. It helps reduce anxiety and distractions, making it easier to concentrate on the task at hand. Many successful people incorporate mindfulness into their daily routines. Oprah Winfrey, for example, starts her day with meditation and gratitude exercises. This practice helps her maintain clarity and focus throughout her busy schedule. Consider the story of Arjuna from the ancient Indian epic, the Mahabharata. In the Great War of Kurukshetra, Arjuna was initially paralyzed with doubt and confusion about fighting against his own relatives. Lord Krishna, his charioteer, guided him to focus on his duty as a warrior and not on the distractions around him. Krishna told Arjuna to concentrate on the target, much like focusing on a single point when aiming an arrow. This lesson of focus allowed Arjuna to overcome his doubts and succeed in his mission. To create your focused routine, start by identifying one or two activities that help ground you, like meditation, journaling, or even a morning walk. Set aside a specific time each day to engage in these activities, allowing them to become a regular part of your life. A simple routine might look like this. Morning, wake up, meditate for 10 minutes, and write down 3 goals for the day. Afternoon, take a short walk during your lunch break to clear your mind. Evening, spend 15 minutes reviewing your day and reflecting on what you accomplished. By following this structured routine, you'll find that staying focused becomes easier. Just like training for a sport, your brain will learn to settle into these patterns and perform better over time. Practical tip: start small. Choose one routine that you want to incorporate into your day and stick with it for a week. Whether it's a morning meditation or an evening reflection, consistency is key. Over time, you can add more elements to your routine as you feel comfortable. Challenge. For the next week, design a simple daily routine that incorporates at least one focus-enhancing activity, such as meditation or a quiet moment of reflection. Keep a journal to note how this routine affects your focus and productivity. By the end of the week, reflect on how you feel and whether your routine helped you stay on track. Chapter 4. Break your goals into small steps. Sometimes we get overwhelmed by big goals, but what if you could break them down into smaller, manageable steps? This chapter will teach you how to do just that. By setting mini goals, you'll feel a sense of accomplishment as you complete each step, making it easier to stay motivated and focused. When you looked up at a mountain and you felt overwhelmed by its size, standing at the base, the summit seems impossibly far away. But what if, instead of staring up at that peak, you focused on taking one step at a time? That's exactly how you should approach your goals. Breaking them down into smaller, manageable steps makes them less afraid and helps you stay focused on what matters. When we set big goals, it's easy to feel lost or discouraged, especially if progress seems slow. Think of it like a puzzle. If you look at the whole picture, it can be confusing. But if you start with one piece at a time, the picture begins to take shape. This strategy not only keeps you motivated, but also allows you to celebrate small victories along the way. Consider the inspiring story of Thomas Edison. Known for inventing the light bulb, Edison faced thousands of failures before he succeeded. Each time he encountered a setback, he didn't see it as a failure. Instead, he viewed it as a lesson learned. Edison once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." By breaking his larger goal of creating a functional light bulb into smaller experiments, he gradually moved closer to success. Each small step built on the last, allowing him to eventually illuminate the world. Similarly, think about how the great painter Vincent van Gogh approached his art. Van Gogh created over 2,100 artworks in his lifetime, and he didn't start with grand masterpieces. Instead, he painted simple landscapes and still lifes, focusing on improving his skills with each piece. By dedicating time to practice and break down his artistic vision into smaller projects, he was able to create the stunning works that are celebrated today. Breaking goals into smaller steps also connects to spiritual growth. Many spiritual traditions emphasize the importance of incremental progress. For instance, in Buddhism, the concept of right effort teaches that small, consistent actions lead to significant transformation over time. Instead of trying to reach enlightenment overnight, practitioners focus on their daily actions, making gradual improvements in their lives. Take, for example, the story of a monk who wanted to climb a mountain for meditation. At first, the monk felt intimidated by the height and distance, but instead of trying to rush to the top, he decided to walk just a few steps each day. With patience and persistence, he found himself at the summit after weeks of steady progress. The journey not only strengthened his body, but also deepened his mind, allowing him to connect with the tranquility of the mountain. Creating your step-by-step plan. To effectively break your goals into smaller steps, start by clearly defining what you want to achieve. Then ask yourself, what small actions can I take today to move toward this goal? Here's a simple framework you can follow. Identify your goal. Write down your main goal. Be specific about what you want to achieve. Break it down. Divide your goal into smaller actionable steps. For example, if your goal is to start a new fitness routine, your smaller steps might include researching workouts for 10 minutes, setting a schedule for workouts, committing to 15 minutes of exercise 3 times a week. Set timelines. Give yourself a time frame for each step. This helps create a sense of urgency and keeps you accountable. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge your progress no matter how small. Every step forward is a victory that brings you closer to your goal. Practical tip: when faced with a big goal, write down 3 small steps you can take today. Focus on completing one of those steps, and once you do, reflect on how it feels to make progress. Challenge. For the next week, choose one significant goal in your life and break it down into 5 small steps. Each day, take action on one of those steps. At the end of the week, write down what you accomplished and how breaking your goal down helped you stay focused. Chapter 5. Staying positive in the face of challenges. Staying focused through tough times can feel impossible. This chapter will give you tips on how to keep a positive mindset, even when things aren't going your way. Remember, challenges are part of the journey. Staying positive and focused is the key to overcoming them. Life is a journey full of ups and downs, and staying positive can sometimes feel like trying to catch the wind. When challenges come your way, it's easy to feel discouraged and lose focus. But remember, a positive mindset is like a shield that can protect you from negativity. It helps you keep moving forward, even when the going gets tough. Everyone faces setbacks. The key is learning how to stay positive and focused when things go wrong. Think of challenges as detours, not dead ends. You can still get to where you're going. You just have to adjust your path. Imagine you're driving to a destination you've been looking forward to, and suddenly you hit a roadblock. Instead of turning back, you find another route. This is how we can approach life's challenges. By staying flexible and maintaining a positive mindset, we can navigate through difficulties and reach our goals. Staying positive is like having a flashlight in the dark. It helps you see the way forward, even when times are tough. One inspiring story is about Oprah Winfrey. Born into poverty and facing countless challenges, including abuse and discrimination, Oprah refused to let her circumstances define her. Instead of giving up, she focused on her education and her passion for media. After numerous rejections and setbacks in her career, she eventually landed a job as a news anchor. But it was her own talk show that skyrocketed her to fame. Oprah's ability to remain positive and driven through adversity transformed her into a billionaire and a global icon. She often speaks about the power of resilience and how maintaining a positive outlook has been crucial in her journey. Another compelling story is that of J.K. Rowling. Before the Harry Potter series became a worldwide phenomenon, Rowling was a struggling single mother living on welfare. She faced rejection after rejection from publishers, but her love for storytelling kept her going. Instead of dwelling on her failures, she focused on her passion for writing. Rowling once said, "Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life." Her persistence and positive mindset not only led to the success of her books, but also made her one of the most beloved authors in the world. In the world of sports, consider the story of Michael Jordan. Early in his high school career, he was cut from the varsity basketball team. Instead of giving up, he worked harder than ever, practicing daily to improve his skills. He later went on to become one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Jordan has spoken about how those initial failures fueled his determination. He often emphasizes the importance of resilience and learning from setbacks, stating, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I've succeeded." When challenges arise, it's essential to have strategies to help maintain your positive outlook. Practicing gratitude is a simple yet effective way to shift your mindset. Taking a moment to reflect on what's going well in your life can remind you of the good amid difficulties. Visualizing success also plays a crucial role. Spending a few minutes each day imagining yourself achieving your goals can reinforce your motivation and focus. In the Bhagavad Gita, there's a story of Arjuna, a warrior facing a moral dilemma on the battlefield. He was torn between his duty to fight and his love for his family members on the opposing side. Instead of allowing his doubts to paralyze him, Arjuna sought guidance from Lord Krishna. Krishna reminded him that challenges are part of life and that he needed to focus on his duty without being attached to the outcome. By shifting his mindset, Arjuna found the strength to move forward and fulfill his responsibilities. This ancient tale teaches us the importance of seeking wisdom and maintaining a positive attitude, even in the face of difficult choices. Similarly, think of a time when a friend faced a tough situation, such as losing their job. Instead of succumbing to despair, they decided to use this setback as a chance to pursue their passion for art, something they had always wanted to explore. They enrolled in classes, honed their skills, and eventually turned their passion into a successful career. Their journey reminds us that sometimes a closed door leads to new and exciting opportunities. It's essential to stay positive and open-minded when faced with obstacles. In spiritual practices, there's a concept called surrender. This doesn't mean giving up. Rather, it involves accepting the situation as it is and trusting that everything happens for a reason. By surrendering to the flow of life, you can let go of the need to control every outcome. This mindset shift can help you maintain a sense of peace during challenging times. Positive self-talk can boost your confidence and resilience. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," try saying, "I will figure this out." Your inner voice can significantly impact your mindset, so replacing negative thoughts with constructive ones is key. Additionally, reaching out for support from friends or family can lighten your load. Sharing your struggles allows others to offer encouragement, reminding you that you're not alone in your battles. Finally, embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. Every setback can teach us something valuable, and reflecting on what you can learn from your experiences can build your resilience. Just like a tree bends in the wind but doesn't break, we can become stronger through adversity. The next time you face a challenge, take a moment to write down 3 things that are still going well in your life. This simple exercise will help you shift your focus to the positives, making it easier to keep moving forward. By approaching challenges with a positive mindset, you can turn setbacks into opportunities for growth. Remember, staying focused and optimistic is crucial for achieving your goals and overcoming obstacles along the way. Embrace the journey, knowing that challenges can help shape you into a stronger, more resilient person. Chapter 6, Focus and Your Health. Did you know that your health affects your focus? This chapter dives into how eating right, exercising, and getting enough sleep play a huge role in keeping your brain sharp. A healthy body leads to a focused mind. You'll learn simple, everyday habits to keep your health in check while chasing your dreams. Your health is the bedrock of your ability to focus. Think of it like a garden. If the soil is rich and well-tended, the plants will thrive. But if the soil is dry and neglected, the plants struggle to grow. When you take care of your body, you clear the way for your mind to sharpen, making it easier to pursue your goals. Consider the story of the great sage Patanjali, who compiled the Yoga Sutras, a foundational text in yoga and spiritual practice. He believed that physical well-being is crucial for spiritual growth and mental clarity. Patanjali taught that a healthy body leads to a focused mind, which is essential for meditation and deeper understanding. His teachings remind us that taking care of our physical health is not just about appearance. It's a pathway to spiritual awakening and mental clarity. In a more modern context, think of someone like Albert Einstein, who is often celebrated for his brilliant mind. Yet, Einstein knew that to think deeply and creatively, he needed to care for his body. He took long walks in nature, where he found inspiration and clarity. During these walks, he practiced mindfulness, immersing himself in the beauty of the world around him. This connection to nature and physical activity not only kept his body healthy, but also nurtured his mind, allowing him to focus on his groundbreaking ideas. The food we consume also plays a vital role in our mental clarity. In many spiritual traditions, food is viewed as a source of energy that can either lift us or weigh us down. For instance, in Ayurveda, the ancient Indian system of medicine, there's a concept known as sattva, which represents purity and harmony. Consuming fresh, wholesome foods is believed to enhance sattva, leading to a clear mind and focused spirit. When we fill our plates with colorful fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, we provide our bodies with the nutrients they need to perform at their best. Consider a time when you felt lazy after indulging in heavy, greasy food. Your focus probably wavered and tasks felt more challenging. Now, think about how energized you feel after eating a light, nutritious meal. This connection between food and focus is essential to recognize as we strive for our goals. Sleep is another crucial factor. Imagine a lamp without a bulb. No matter how beautiful the lamp is, it won't shine without the light. Sleep acts as the bulb for our minds. It helps our brains process the information we've gathered throughout the day and rejuvenates our bodies. Many great thinkers, including Einstein, valued rest. He often took naps, allowing his mind to recharge, which sparked new ideas and solutions to complex problems. Practical tip: establish a balanced routine that includes regular physical activity, healthy eating, and quality sleep. Aim for at least 30 minutes of movement each day, whether it's walking, yoga, or dancing. Fill your meals with a variety of colorful fruits and vegetables. Finally, prioritize sleep by creating a calming bedtime routine to ensure you're well rested. Challenge for the next week: focus on improving one aspect of your health each day. This could mean preparing a healthy meal, committing to a daily walk, or setting a bedtime to ensure you get enough sleep. Keep a journal to note how these changes influence your focus and productivity. By taking care of your health, you not only nurture your body, but also create a fertile ground for your mind to thrive. When you eat well, exercise regularly, and prioritize sleep, you pave the way for greater focus and clarity. Remember, a healthy body supports a focused mind, allowing you to pursue your goals with vigor and intention. Chapter 7. Focus isn't always about doing more. Here's a secret. Staying focused isn't about working all the time. It's about working smart. This chapter explores how to avoid burnout and keep your energy levels high, so you're always performing at your best. Sometimes taking breaks and resting can make you even more focused when it's time to get back to work. In our busy lives, it often seems like doing more is the way to succeed. We fill our days with tasks, meetings, and commitments, thinking that the harder we work, the more we'll achieve. But here's a surprising truth. Staying focused isn't about doing more, it's about working smarter. Imagine a pencil. When it's sharpened, it can write clearly and effectively. When we focus our energy in the right way, we can accomplish a lot without getting exhausted. Take the story of Michelangelo, the famous artist who sculpted David. When asked how he created this beautiful statue, he said, "I saw the angel in the marble and carved until I set him free." Michelangelo didn't just chip away at the stone mindlessly. He focused on what was important, letting the beauty of the statue emerge from the marble. This teaches us that achieving great things often requires us to concentrate on what truly matters, rather than simply doing more. In many spiritual teachings, we learn about balance. For example, in Buddhism, there is a concept called right effort. This idea emphasizes making progress without overdoing it. It's important to recognize our limits and know when to take a break. Just like a bow needs to be pulled back before it can shoot an arrow, we also need time to recharge so we can move forward effectively. Consider the story of Albert Einstein. He often took breaks to play the violin, which helped him relax and think clearly. During one of his breaks, he developed the theory of relativity while daydreaming, demonstrating that stepping away from intense focus can spark creativity and innovation. This shows us that resting is not a weakness, it's a smart strategy for maintaining our strength and focus. Another example is the renowned author Maya Angelou. She had a strict writing routine, but she also understood the importance of balance. After completing a significant amount of writing, she would step away to clear her mind, often taking long walks. These breaks allowed her to return to her work refreshed and ready to create powerful words. Practical tip: try taking regular breaks while you work or study. A good way to do this is with the Pomodoro technique. Work for 25 minutes and then take a 5-minute break. This can help keep your energy up and prevent burnout. Challenge: for the next week, set aside one day to relax and do activities you enjoy. Pay attention to how taking this time for yourself affects your focus and productivity when you return to your tasks. Remember, staying focused isn't about filling every minute with work. It's about knowing when to push hard and when to take a step back. By finding a balance and allowing yourself time to rest, you'll discover that your focus sharpens and you can achieve your goals with greater ease. Chapter 8. The Power of Reflection. At the end of each day, take time to reflect on what went well and what didn't. This chapter teaches you how reflection helps you grow and stay on track. When you look back and see the progress you've made, you'll be more motivated to stay focused on your next goal. Imagine you're a gardener tending to a beautiful garden. Each day, you check on your plants, noticing which ones are thriving and which ones need a little extra care. If you only focus on the flowers, you might miss the weeds that are starting to take over. In the same way, reflecting on your daily experiences helps you recognize both your successes and your challenges. It gives you the chance to celebrate your achievements and identify what you can do better tomorrow. Take the story of Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and philosopher, as an example of the power of reflection. One evening, after a long day of governing and dealing with various challenges, he would write in his journal. He didn't just write about the good things that happened. He also recorded moments that troubled him. For instance, there was a time when he struggled with anger after a council meeting where a close advisor had criticized his decisions publicly. Instead of reacting in anger, he took a step back and wrote down his feelings. In his reflections, he asked himself questions. Why did this criticism bother me? What can I learn from it? He recognized that he had to improve his response to criticism and understand that not everyone would agree with him. This practice helped him grow as a leader and become more patient, allowing him to better serve his people. In addition to dealing with criticism, Marcus also reflected on his relationships with his family and friends. He noted moments when he was short with his loved ones after a stressful day. By writing about these interactions, he became aware of how his mood affected others. This awareness allowed him to approach his relationships with more kindness and understanding. Practical tip: set aside 10 minutes each evening to reflect on your day. Write down 3 things that went well and 1 thing you would like to improve. This simple practice can provide valuable insights and motivate you for the next day. Challenge: try reflecting on your week at the end of each Sunday. What progress did you make toward your goals? What obstacles did you face, and how did you overcome them? Write down your thoughts and see how you can apply what you learned to the coming week. When you take the time to reflect, you're not just looking back, you're preparing yourself for the future. Each reflection is an opportunity to learn and grow, helping you stay focused on your path to success. Embrace this power of reflection, and you'll find that it becomes a guiding light, leading you closer to your goals with each passing day. Chapter 9. Cultivating a focused mindset. A focused mindset is essential for reaching your goals and overcoming challenges. It's about training your mind to concentrate on what really matters, setting clear priorities, and making choices that align with your dreams. Albert Einstein faced many struggles in his early life. As a young boy, he was often considered a slow learner, and his teachers doubted his abilities. But Einstein didn't let this discourage him. Instead, he focused on his love for science and mathematics. He spent hours in his room, diving into books and exploring complex ideas. One day, he shared his thoughts with a friend. "I don't mind being different," he said. "What matters is that I keep learning and growing." This determination paid off. Despite the challenges he faced, Einstein's focused mindset allowed him to make groundbreaking discoveries. His famous equation, EMC changed the way we understand energy and matter. He didn't just work hard, he worked smart by staying focused on his passion. A focused mindset is crucial for achieving your goals and navigating the challenges that life throws your way. Let's look at the story of Niels Bohr, a renowned physicist. One day, while working late in his laboratory, he encountered a problem that many of his peers couldn't answer. Frustrated, he stepped outside for a moment to clear his mind. As he watched the stars, he began to think about the fundamental questions of the universe, and suddenly, inspiration struck him. He rushed back to his notes and began to formulate his theory, which ultimately led to the development of the Bohr model of the atom. Niels Bohr's story illustrates that cultivating a focused mindset involves embracing curiosity and allowing oneself the space to think deeply. He once said, "An expert is a man who has made all the mistakes which can be made in a very narrow field." This statement reflects his belief that focus and perseverance through mistakes are key to achieving success in any field. Similarly, consider the journey of Marie Curie, the first woman to win a Nobel Prize and the only person to win in two different scientific fields, physics and chemistry. Curie faced numerous obstacles, including gender discrimination in a male-dominated field. Yet she remained committed to her research on radioactivity. Curie's focus on her work was so intense that she often conducted experiments in a makeshift lab without adequate safety measures. One evening, while examining a sample, she accidentally spilled a vial of radium. Instead of panicking, she calmly cleaned up the mess and reflected on the importance of safety in her research. This incident not only highlighted her focus on scientific discovery, but also her ability to adapt and learn from her mistakes. Curie once stated, "Nothing in life is to be feared, it is only to be understood." This mindset of understanding, rather than fearing challenges, helped her push through obstacles and continue her groundbreaking work. To build a focused mindset like Bohr's or Curie's, start each day with intention. Take a moment to reflect on your goals and write down what you want to achieve. By doing this, you create a roadmap for your day, helping you stay aligned with your priorities even when distractions arise. Developing a focused mindset requires consistent practice and self-reflection. By dedicating time to this process, you empower yourself to stay on course and make steady progress toward your goals. A focused mindset helps you approach challenges with resilience, ensuring you remain motivated and ready to achieve success. By learning from the experiences of influential figures like Niels Bohr and Marie Curie, you can cultivate the same level of determination and focus in your own life. Let's look at the story of Albert Einstein, a brilliant physicist whose contributions to science changed the way we understand the universe. However, he wasn't always the focused genius we remember today. In his early years, Einstein faced significant distractions, including struggles in school and a lack of support from his teachers, who didn't believe in his potential. They often criticized him for not following the standard methods of learning, which left him feeling lost. One day, while sitting in a park, he observed a group of children playing with a ball. They were completely absorbed in their game, focused on nothing else but the joy of the moment. Inspired, Einstein decided that he wanted to channel that same level of focus into his work. He began to dedicate specific blocks of time each day to his studies and experiments, eliminating all distractions. He would isolate himself in his study, often shutting out the noise of the world outside to focus solely on his theories. I think 99 times and find nothing. I stop thinking, swim in silence, and the truth comes to me, Einstein once said. This quote reflects his realization that sometimes stepping away from distractions and giving oneself the mental space to think can lead to breakthroughs. To cultivate a focused mindset, you have to train yourself to prioritize and stay on task, just as Einstein did. His journey wasn't just about intellect, it was about creating an environment that allowed his mind to thrive. Einstein understood that the key to success wasn't just hard work, but also working smart by eliminating distractions. Conclusion: your journey to focus begins. Practical tip: to cultivate a focused mindset, start by identifying your top 3 priorities each day. Write them down and keep them in sight. This will help you stay on track and remind you of what truly matters. Challenge: for the next week, take 10 minutes each morning to set your intentions. Ask yourself, what do I want to achieve today? How can I stay focused on my goals? Write your answers down and refer back to them throughout the day. This practice can help reinforce your commitment to staying focused. As you wrap up this journey through the power of focus, remember that it's not just about reaching your goals, it's about how you get there. Every step you take, every challenge you face, and every moment you choose to stay focused brings you closer to the life you want to create. Think of focus as a skill you can develop. Just like any athlete practices to improve their game, you can practice focus daily. Start by implementing the tips and challenges from each chapter and watch how they transform your approach to life. Your journey doesn't have to end here. Keep exploring, keep growing, and keep focusing on what truly matters. If you found value in this audiobook, please subscribe, like, and share it with others who might also benefit from learning how to focus their energy. Together, let's make focus a way of life. Embrace the power of focus and let it guide you to success.